As usual, I can see you're all making a bit of a start, so if you want to get up on your feet, please. Body's nice and straight. We'll start off with the usual warm-up, so 10 leg swings, please. Just increasing the range of the swing as you move through. So it's 10 on one side, please, and 10 on the other. Nice straight legs. We're just getting warmed up, so just make sure you've got yourself enough room to swing legs and not going to kick anything. And just keep increasing the range of the movement as you go through. And just try and keep your body, upper part of your body nice and straight. And then when you've done 10 front and back, we'll go 10 to the side. So you can hold on to something to hold your balance. But we'll just increase the range of movement as we go through again, please. So nicely through, and then 10 on one side, and then 10 on the other. So this is pretty good exercises for you to use when you're doing a warm-up before a race. I think some of you got some long distance races coming up soon, so they're quite good ones when you don't want to do extra miles. So if you've got marathons, half marathons, you just want to get yourself warmed up, you can use these. So the next one will be opening the gate. So that's the up, touch to the side, back round to the front, then alternate leg, touch to the front, to the side and then to the front, sorry. Just nice light taps on the ground. Again, trying to keep your body facing forward so the movement is all in your hips. Try and keep the hips nice and level so they don't drop or come up as you pull your leg up. So just trying to keep yourselves nice and straight. And it's 5 on one side, 5 on the other, but alternating between. Just nice little taps down. Yeah, so Christy, if you can hear us, we're just starting the usual warm-up routine. We've just started. So we've just done the open the gates, we've done the leg swings. Next one will be the ankle warm-up. So nice 45 degrees angle against the wall, please. And we're just going to alternate, just lifting the heel off the ground, bringing the heel down to the ground. So it's 10 on each side, alternating through, 20 altogether. Again, I think most of you have got a wall by the looks of it, so you can do it just by doing the down dog position, but you've all got walls tonight by the looks of it, so that's good. Then when we've done those, we're on to the hamstring sweep. So that's what right leg out in front of you, sweep down to the ground, keeping your back as straight as you can. 5 on one side, alternating 5 on the other. So just one side then the other. So it's 10 altogether. Just as low as you can go, as long as you're comfortable. You should just feel that stretch in the back of your hamstring. Again, it's a nice part of a routine for you to do in a pre-race warm-up. Just getting all those sort of limbs loosened up, limbs warmed up. I always found it was a bit of a dilemma at the start of a race. You used to see people tearing off for 15, 20 minutes down the road and you just think, oh, I should do that, and then you come back tired. So maybe we don't need to run quite as far in the warm-up. Okay, so once we've done that, we'll be on the ground. So his feet will be beyond shoulder width apart. And all we're going to be doing there, you can have your hands behind to support. We're just going to drop the knee down towards the ankle or your heel and then alternate through. The idea here, guys, is try and keep your bottom on the floor. So if your bottom, as mine is now, coming right up because your knee is down, then you know, some people can go right down and the bottoms will still be on the ground, but just as far as you can go without lifting your backside off the ground too far. So it's just rotating that hip, trying to keep your body straight. So it's 5 on one side, 5 on the other, alternating, 10 altogether. So again, just get that range of movement through, all working that hip area, because we're doing a lot of work on there tonight as well. Okay, and then when we finish those, we'll be on to our lunge. So we're lunging forward, knee nice and straight. So in my case, it's my right leg, my left hand is down on the ground. My right elbow is coming down on the inside of my knee, down towards my ankle, then back up nice and slow to a full rotation round. It's 5 on one side, on the same side, and then swap over to do 5 on the other. So you really don't need to rush these. If you do this, keep it controlled, you'll feel lots of different areas of your body being stretched all in one exercise here. So this is a pretty useful stretch to work on lots of parts of the body. You can imagine, you can feel it. That's good. So it's 5 on one side, nice and slow, full rotation round, and then 5 on the other. That's great. Right. I think, Rachel, you just show me your position again there. Right, so it's the other arm. Right, so the knee that's forward, the opposite arm should be on the ground stabilising you. So that one way your knee is, it's the same arm that goes down the inside of your knee. That's it, yeah, that's it, you've got it. So just slow it down. That's it, cool. Alright, just while I'm waiting for to catch up there. So we're onto the ground again. This time our knees will be together. We're on the floor in a cross shape. So keeping our shoulders on the ground, we're just going to drop our knees to the ground. And then on the opposite side, so just, again, try and keep your shoulders neatly on the ground, head relaxed. And we're just, again, working from the hip. So it's just alternate, 10 altogether, 5 on each side. That's it. Okay, and when we've done those, we're on to abductor stretch. So this time, in my case, I've got my left knee on the ground. I've got my toes curled underneath behind me. I'm going to go straight out to my side with my right leg, with my toes pointing towards me, so nice straight foot. Really drive that foot into the ground, and then we just sit back onto our heel and then up. So keeping your body straight, so we're just sitting down. Really stretch that leg out though, and try and push on the inside of your foot into the ground, so that will help you feel the stretch. So as you go down, you keep the pressure on the floor, and you'll stretch the foot that you're bending down to. Your toes will be curling under, nicely stretching your foot. Here you'll be stretching the inside of your abductor. 5 on one side, swap over, curl your toe under, and we'll just sit back. It's 5 on the other. Try and keep your back reasonably straight rather than just bending down. So just little pulses back. You don't have to go too far back. Just as far as you're comfortable with, and just feel that stretch. Really push that leg out. Okay, then we've done that one. So it's 5 on each side. Okay, and then we'll be on to the sumo squat position for the final warm-up stretch. So we're in nice squat position, so weight will be on your heels, hands clasped together, and we're just pushing out, keeping our head up. We're just rocking from side to side by pushing our elbows into our knees and just really straight. You can feel that stretch in your groin, in the abductors. And it's 5 10 altogether, 5 on each side, just swaying gently from side to side, no great range of movement required. You will feel it. Again, don't overdo it. Just a nice gentle rock. And then we can get cracking onto the first set of exercises. We've got 2 sets tonight, and then we'll do a cool down. We'll go through the 2 sets twice if we've got time. So first of all, grab your band if you can, around your knees. And we're going to lay on the ground. We're going for some standard clams. So you know the drill, most of you. So ankle, hip, shoulders all in a nice straight line. I prefer to be on the deck. You can sit up, but I prefer to be on the deck. And we're just bringing our knee up. Just nice controlled clams on one side. We'll go for 30 seconds. So when we're ready, off you go. So again, concentrate on keeping that nice slow movement, raising the knee up, lowering the knee down, not letting the band bring your knee down. You control that. So you control it up, control it down. Just really work through them. I like to keep my hand on my hip so you can tell whether your hip's dropping back. So you can try and keep your hip nice and straight, facing sort of upwards, not rolling forwards or backwards. Okay, rest there. Flip over to the other side, please. Or some people have that art of flipping over. Very well done there. Okay, and we're ready to go again then, please. 30 seconds. Off you go. Again, remember, don't let the band snap your knees back together. You control the up and the down. Okay, if you find it's a bit too easy, you might need to increase the strength of your resistance band as you progress and get a little bit stronger, but this should be really working your glutes. So keeping your ankles together and just using your glutes to bring that knee up, really engage your glute muscles. And rest there. Okay. The next one will be crab walk, so keep the band around your knees. You can take your knees, you can take your band down to your ankles if you want. It's slightly harder if the band's down towards your ankles, but the main thing is to get your weight on your heels and get your back nice and straight. And then we're doing the crab walks. If you remember, that's just little tiny steps, but keeping the resistance on the band at all times. We're going to go for 30 seconds, okay? So you can be on your knees or on your around your ankles. 3, 2, 1, go. But little tiny steps. Doesn't have to be fast. We're not looking for somebody to break any world records going across the room. So if you've only got room to take 2 strides, that's fine. But just remember to keep the tension in the band at all times. So as you push out, they're good. Yeah, and again, nice. I can see some really good squats going on there. Weight on your heels as you're doing this. If you stood up straight, you're not really going to gain much. Okay, and rest there. From here, we keep your band around your ankles now. So we're going to stand on the band with one foot and have the band around the ankle on the other. I want you against the wall, so 45 degrees. We're going to do some hip flexors, which means bringing your knee up towards your chest. We go for 30 seconds on one leg, 30 seconds on the other. Okay, but make sure you've got a nice 45 degrees lean and not sort of stood up, because again, you're not going to gain much if you stood up straight. So 30 seconds on one leg, ready, off you go. Again, nice and controlled, just bringing that knee up. You can bring it up in a sort of 90 degrees angle, that's better. But again, you're working the hip flexors here. You're nice and controlled. Again, depending on the strength of your band, might depend how many of these you actually finish up doing. Okay, rest there and change over. So you just want to put the anchor foot on the other side now, and then the band around the other ankle. And away we go for 30 seconds. Off you go, guys. So we've changed legs and 30 seconds on the other side now, please. That's it, well done. Nice leg lift. Really working those hip flexors. And rest there. Okay, we're back down on the ground now. We did these last week. Nice straight line, ankles, hips, shoulders all in a nice straight line as usual. Down on the ground. And we're just going to do nice straight legs. We're just going to lift our leg up, just marginally behind us and lower. But instead of lowering down to the ground and resting, just like you to keep your feet off the ground, or well, your raised leg off the ground at all times. A nice slow lift. And we go for 30 seconds on one leg, 30 seconds on the other. So away you go. Nice straight legs. Try and just think about you as you bring your leg up, just very much slightly behind you. So as if you were looking down trying to see your toes, you only just see your toes, not all of your foot. Okay, so very, very, not right behind you, but just a tiny fraction. Just to help you bring it up a little bit straighter that way. And it's 30 seconds up now, so rest on that side. Turn over to the other side, please. And you'd be amazed to know what the next exercise is. Same again, hips, ankles and shoulders all in a nice row. And away we go. Straight legs, please. Nice and controlled, slow lifts. Again, make sure that when you're dropping your leg, you just don't let it hit the ground or your other leg. You're keeping it under control all the time, so you'll feel the extra little bit of work there by having to hold that lift. So again, you should start to feel that in the glutes. Last few seconds, and rest there. So we're up on our feet next, please. We're going to go for a standard calf raise. So calf raise is going to look like this. So we're going to weight on one leg, leg out in front of us, and we're just going to go up and down. Fairly simple, that one. Up on one leg, just calf raise and down. Simple one. We're just going to do 20 seconds on each leg. So get yourselves into position. 3, 2, 1, go. So nice and controlled. Just up and down. Split second hold at the top and then lower. Okay. So we're just going to get through 20 seconds worth. When we've done 20, we'll swap over onto the other leg. Okay, rest there on that leg and get ready to go on the other leg, please. 3, 2, 1, go. I read something the other day that it said that you should be able to do about 25 calf raises on one leg before you start fatiguing. That should be a standard. I got to about 15, I think, so I need to do some work. Okay, rest there, guys. Okay, right, the next one we haven't done for a little while. So again, it's just working on this ankle stability, so we're trying to do a little bit of extra work on there today. So this is an arabesque. So we're going to hinge from the hip. So we're bending over here, hinging. So straight body as you can. Leg will go out behind you. There's a very, very slight bend in this support leg. And then we're going out with our arms. So from the front, that looks like this. And we try and keep ourselves, so we're not trying to twist the hips. Imagine yourself as an aeroplane and you've got to keep those wings straight. Imagine the controls where you see them on the TV. You've got to keep those wings nice and straight. And legs out. So we're going for 30 seconds on one leg, 30 seconds on the other. So the standing leg will have a slight bend on it. We've got 30 seconds, off we go. Away you go, guys. So just kind of control it. If you lose your balance for whatever reason, just reset yourself. So again, try and get yourself nice and straight. So we're hinging from the hip, not bending over. We're hinging. A very, very slight bend in the support leg. Right. Rear leg out as far as you can, nice and straight. And push yourself. You should really feel that in your hamstring on your support leg if you've got the hip flex right. Hold it there, or the hinge should I say. And swap over to the other leg. 3, 2, 1, go. These are great exercises to work on ankle stability. You know, stabilising that ankle when you're running, absolutely vital. Give yourself the power to get off the ground, give yourself a chance of minimising injuries in that area, really strengthening all those support structures around there. So really concentrate on trying to imagine a nice, hold it there guys. So the aim is to try and, I'm not sure if I'm doing it as well as some of you guys are, but the aim is to try and get the body and the leg out as flat as possible. So almost in a sort of 90 degrees angle. So again, if you're doing this set through again yourself, then that's what to practice. Okay, on to the next set then. We're going to be doing a plank, but I'll show you from reverse angle, so apologies for the reverse angle, but what we're going to be doing here is in a straightforward plank position, we're going to extend our leg out and back, extend our leg out and back, so just tapping left and right. Okay, and we are going to go, oh it's just for 30 seconds as well, easy tonight. So get yourself in a nice straight plank position please, bums down, nice and straight, suck in those core muscles, hold that, and away we go. 30 seconds of side taps, alternate legs please. Really concentrate on holding that tummy muscle in for the full 30 seconds. Keep the legs nice and straight, nice and controlled. Keep your hips straight as you're moving your legs out so you're not collapsing. Really concentrate on holding that form all the way through. Nice and slow leg movement. Okay, that's your 30 seconds up. That's great. The next one, we can stay down on the ground, do a bit more core work. So it's on all fours. We're just going to do alternate leg, alternate arm, out, stretched out as far as you can, nice and straight. And then swap over and do the same on the other leg and just alternate through Supermens. Nice and slow and controlled, just like we did last week. Just try and hold that position. So 3, 2, 1, go. Again, try not to let your hips collapse as you're moving out, so keep everything under control. That's great. Some good ones there. Nice and controlled. Yeah, that's it. They're all looking like you're holding your positions really well there. Good. Again, try and keep your head relaxed as well, so you're not straining your neck. Hold it there guys, please. The next one we'll be doing, still down on the ground, but this time we're going to be doing toe touches. So feet up as high as you're able or want to. Tonight we're just going to be doing up to your toes, touching toes, keeping your feet up. Again, depending on your own fitness level, depends how high or low your feet are going to be, but again, the important thing is to engage that core muscle and work, and we are going for 30 seconds. So 3, 2, 1, go. So as many as you can get through in that time. Really pushing up. Oh, some of you have got fantastically straight legs there, that's very impressive. Something I only dream of. Although I would like to say I don't actually dream about these things, just in case anybody's wondering. Or maybe occasionally. Okay, and rest there. Excellent. Good effort, guys. Well done. That might have got one or two of you puffing a little bit with the core muscles. The next one's a new one to us. I haven't done this one before. So we're going to do some more hip flexor work. So I'm down on the ground in this position here. So in my case, I've got my right leg up, my left leg down, and we're just going to push the weight onto in my case, my front leg is my right leg. We're going to push and drive up into that position. So we're going to go up and back down, up and back down. Okay? So use your arms as pendulums, as if you're running, but you're driving up with the weight on that heel. And bring your knee up Okay, so we're going to do 30 seconds on each side. So get yourselves ready. 3, 2, 1, go. So nice and controlled. Keep your backs nice and straight, please. So no leaning forward too much. So you can picture yourself in that lunge position, and all the weight is in the heel as it brings you up. Try and do it in slow motion, it's very difficult. So down to the ground and up. Nice and slow though, not too quick. Really concentrate on bringing that, hold it there. 30 seconds up. Swap over to the other leg, please. And then we do the same again on the other leg. 3, 2, 1, go. So we're really working our quads and our hip flexors here. Might take a little bit of getting used to the rhythm. Use your arms to help you balance as you're coming up. Opposite arm to opposite knee, just as if you were running. Try and keep your backs nice and straight as you're coming up. And rest there. Good stuff. Probably found that might fatigue your quads a little bit, but hey ho, that's all the fun and the games, isn't it? So weight in your hand if you've got one. If you haven't, use a water bottle. If you've got nothing at all, just have your hands. And we're just going to go for some nice straightforward Russian twists. So we want our weight near our chest, so we've not got the weight out here waving about. So it's all rotation from the hip. So you can either have the feet on the ground until you get comfortable with this. If you're particularly strong and you can hold that position, then do it with your feet raised. But again, what I don't want to see is legs going all over the show. So you've got to be able to control those legs because it's all about working from the core. 30 seconds of Russian twists then. 3, 2, 1, go. This is where I find out Liam's got a 38 kilogram dumbbell or something, I think. Oh no, 40, sorry, I did him some injustice there. And rest there, well done guys. It does look like the biggest weight in the world, but of course it could be a beach ball and it's just light air, but anyway. Right, okay, well done guys. We are back to clams, please. So grab your resistance bands round your knees, onto your sides, ready for the first set. So ankles, hips, shoulders all in one line, 30 seconds, 3, 2, 1, go. Again, concentrate. Yeah, I like it with the hip, hands on the hips, making sure that we're not dropping our hips back as we bring our knee up, that's good. Keeping that hip nice and straight, so all the work is done in this glute muscle. These are the muscles that drive, or should be driving you when you're running. So we really want to get those strong. Nice strong core, nice strong glutes. Keep everything in balance, that's really going to help you. Rest there, flip over to the other side please. And get ready to go again. 3, 2, 1, go. Nice and controlled. So remember what we said about the band. Our knees controlling the band going up and down, which is control obviously driven by your glutes. So don't let the band just snap your knee back down. You're doing that with your strength in your glute muscles up and down, nice and slow. So it's all in total control. And rest there, great, thank you, well done. Up on feet please, for crab walks. So either leave the band around your knees or drop it down to your ankles if you want to use it on your ankles. But again, remember to keep that nice straight back squat position as if you were sitting back on a chair. Okay, and we're ready to go in 3, 2, 1, go. Again, nice little steps. So feet should be only little tiny steps. Feet should be constantly keeping that tension in your band there, please, wherever you've got your band. So the higher up your legs the band is, the slightly easier it will be. So if you're not quite strong yet in those glute muscles, then by all means bring the band up a little bit until you can progress on. And rest there. Excellent, well done guys. So it looks like some good squats were going on there. So keeping your band around your legs, we're up against the wall with some hip flexors please, 45 degrees angle. So anchor it with one leg, then with the other leg round your ankle, we're just going to bring our knee up. Again, try not to let the hip swing forward or out. Just keeping a nice straight body, so it's just the hip flexor working. And we go for 30 seconds on one leg, 30 seconds on the other. Away we go now. Again, nice 45 degrees lean, please. Keep your body nice and straight, so no bums bent over. So we're not doing that. Oh, you can't see me actually because you're all facing a wall, but so 45 degrees angle, bringing the knee up, nice and controlled. Again, don't let the resistance band pull your leg back down, you control it. Rest there please, change legs. So just use the other anchor leg now, band under that leg. 3, 2, 1, go. Really bring the knee up. Nice and controlled. Good. Looking good. So we've done a little bit of hip flexor work tonight as well. Okay, rest there. Thank you. Don't need your band for a few minutes now. So we're down on the ground, laying straight line. Doing the leg raises if you remember. So ankles, hips, shoulders in a straight line. Just gently up, slightly behind you, up and down. 30 seconds on one leg. 3, 2, 1, go. Nice and slow, nice and slow. And again, just don't let it come crashing to the ground. Just hold it, let it hover about an inch over your other leg and then lift it again. So at all times your glutes are holding the weight of your leg either through a raise, through a lowering, or in the hold position just as you start to raise again. Okay, rest there. Change over to the other side please. Quick roly-poly over, or a complete ultra swivel as I've just seen. Very impressive, 9 out of 10 for artistic impression. 3, 2, 1, go. I'm loving the way that you've all got your camera angles tonight, so I can't actually see you. You must be getting braver. Okay, well done guys, keep going, a few more seconds. Okay, and rest there. So we're back up on our feet again, please. So we're just on for calf raises, please. So if you remember, knees out. You can lean on something if you want, just to stop you from falling over. But we don't want you leaning on something and pushing yourself up. So again, it's all driven through your calf, through your ankle. So on one side, 20 seconds, ready and go. Up we go. Knees held out at 90 degrees, please. Again, if you're leaning on the chair or anything, make sure you're not pushing any weight through that chair, and keep your hips nice and straight. And we're just driving ourselves up. And rest there. Change over to the side, please. And away we go. Okay, well done. Just nice, controlled calf raises, so the heels, you're just pushing our heel off the ground as high as you can go yourself, and then lowering. Rest there, please. Okay, final one for this set again. If you remember, It's slightly bent leg, only very slightly, hinge from the hip, so we're creating that aeroplane position, and then we're just holding that as level as we possibly can, everything keeping level. Imagine that sort of horizon picture on an aeroplane's instruments where everything has to sort of stay in a nice line. So 3, 2, 1, 30 seconds, go. Again, try and aim for a nice straight body line, please. Little tiny bit of a bend in your leg. You should start to feel that in your hamstring if your hip. The important thing is to hinge from the hip, so we're not just bending down, we're hinging. Again, keep that support leg only with a very tiny bend in it. Okay, rest there, change over to the other leg, please. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, and hold that balance. Again, if you can, and you want to work yourself, try and get yourself in as straight a line as possible, pushing that rear leg out as straight as possible, hinge from the hip. So not too big a bend in that support knee. And rest there. Excellent, well done. Okay, that was the second time we've been through set number 1, so we are now on set number 2. Set number 2 started off with a plank, if you remember, with side taps, keeping our legs nice and straight. We just tap to one side, tap to the alternate side. So again, here really important, try and engage that core muscle, please, to hold yourself in that nice balanced position. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, go. Again, make sure as you move your legs to the side that you're keeping your hips nice and straight by engaging that core muscle. We're not collapsing the leg, collapsing the hip as we move our leg out. We're not letting the bum drop or the bum come up for that matter. Just complete control by holding that tummy muscle in. And rest there. The Superman, so while he's down there, stay on all fours. So it's a Superman, so it's opposite arm, opposite leg out in front of you, straight arm, straight leg. So just to remind you, the Superman, which from the front looks like this. Although I've just kicked the sign behind me, so that was a bit silly. Right, okay, 30 seconds again. 3, 2, 1, go. Again, that's it, keep it under control. Try not to let your hips collapse as you bring your leg up. Really try and stabilise yourself by holding that core muscle in. Your glutes will lift your back leg. Your core will help you keep your body straight as you push your arm forward. If you keep it engaged. Okay, rest there guys, well done. Okay, you're still down on the ground, this time we're doing toe taps. So get yourself down on the ground, feet up in the air together. And we're just going to pulse up towards our toes. If you remember, that's just the nice little toe taps, or as close to your toes as you can get. 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. And so just pulsing up. Really, again, engage your core muscle. Keep it engaged so that it's your core that's pulling you up and not putting the strain on your back. Okay, so really think about that tight core muscle being the one that's doing all the work here, pulling you up. And rest there. Okay, we're back to the hip flex. So it's where we're on the ground and we're driving ourselves up by putting pressure through the heel. We're driving up, bringing our knee up. Use your opposite arm to create momentum. Keeping your body nice and straight, head up, and do 30 seconds on one leg, 30 seconds on the other. So away we go. First line. Again, nice and controlled, back's nice and straight. That's better. Keep your backs nice and straight. Concentrate on keeping backs up. If you keep your head looking up a bit more, that will help you keep your back straight. Just keep working away. Just do it all controlled. Really working those hip flexors. Okay, rest there. And then we'll swap over to the other leg. 3, 2, 1, go. Again, try where you can to make sure you're not leaning your body over the front knee. Try and keep your body as if you're dropping in a straight line. Use your arms as pendulums to keep your balance a little bit, especially as you start to tire. Okay, and rest there. Well done, excellent. Final one, down on the ground with the Russian twists. So again, if you're strong enough to keep your feet off the ground, as long as they're under control, we're just going to twist from one side to the other. If you haven't quite got that, then it's just use your weight to rotate through the middle. It's just going 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Well done, guys. Nice and controlled. Keep your weight close to your body. So its rotation is all from the hip. Upper body that's rotating. Feet should be staying nice and still if possible. Knees, hold it there. Well done. Great. Okay. That's the end of the second set as well. So well done, chaps. That's good stuff. We're going to go on to the cool down. This is where you need your towel, because part of the cool down tonight will be just a little bit more. We did this a bit last week. We're just working that foot, so help with some of the muscles and tendons in that foot. So we've got a towel, towel's on the ground. We're just going to stand with the towel, foot flat on the ground. We're just going to bring our toes up, gathering the towel. So bring toes up, down, pull towel towards you. Okay, I hope you can see that okay on my camera. So it's just on the ground, we're just flexing our toes to pull the towel towards us. So we're going to go for 20 seconds on each foot. So away we go, guys. Just bring your toes up, then down onto the towel, and drag it towards you, then toes up again, drag the towel towards you. Bit more difficult for me to see how this is going, but okay, that's fine. Swap over legs then. And off we go again. Same thing on the other leg. So we're just really working the foot, stretching the foot out as we bring the toes up, curling our toes under as we bring the towel towards us, and then stretching up our toes, bringing the towel towards us. Okay, rest there. We'll go for a straightforward calf stretch now. So against the wall, against the chair. So we're just going to go for 20 seconds. So away you go. Just nice straight leg. Front leg bent. 45 degrees angle. Or thereabouts. And just hold that stretch. Just do it for 20 seconds. Then when we've done one leg, we're just going to straight through now. Swap over to the other leg, please. And do the same again on the other leg. So we're just stretching that calf muscle out. Okay, and hold it there. We'll go for a quad stretch now, please. So lean against the wall by all means, or support yourself against the wall. Foot into your hand, knees together, nice straight body line. Hold that position for 20 seconds. Try and keep your knees together, and again, body upright. If you push your hips out a little bit, you'll feel that stretch even deeper. So if you sort of hold it for a few seconds and push again, just keep feeling the range of stretch. Now swap over to the leg, please. And then it's the same again. Just hold for 20 seconds. So just hold that stretch in that quad. And rest there. We're down on the ground now, please. All we're going to do is feet straight out in front of us, nice and relaxed, head up in the air, sorry, facing upwards. We're just going to bring our knee up to chest, keeping our straight leg out, toes pointed towards us. We're just going to bring that knee up to chest. Again, increase the range by pulling your knee more towards you as we go through. And then swap over to the side, please. And again, just nice and relaxed, head down. Again, as you move through the stretch, you can just pull your knee a little bit further towards your chest. Just increase the stretch range. Okay, and hold that there. The final stretch now. Again, in my case, left leg out straight. I'm going to bring my right leg up. I'm just going to clasp my hands behind my knee. I'm just going to pull my knee towards my head. I'm just going to hold that hamstring stretch for 20 seconds again. So head relaxed, leg that's on the ground nice and straight. And the leg that's up in the air, bring your toes towards your head if you want to increase the stretch range. And then swap over to the other leg and do exactly the same again. Again, just bring your knee towards your head and bring your toes also towards your head just to increase the stretch. And then just as you get warmed up through the stretch, you can just pull the leg a little bit nearer to your head. Just increase that range of stretch. And that is it. You can stop there. Okay, well done guys. Again, I've managed to rattle on a little bit longer than planned, but I try and cut this back every week and it still keeps taking me a few minutes longer than planned. But thanks for joining me tonight. Hope that went okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome, and I'll see you next week for the 4th instalment. Look after yourselves, take care.